South of Nowhere, Book Review. By Jeffery Deaver, a Colter Shaw novel. Water doesn't knock. It doesn't ask permission. It just comes. First, it's a tremor underfoot. A vibration you feel more than hear. Then, the sound. A deep, animal roar. Like the earth itself tearing open. The levee cracks. Concrete groans. Steel bends. And somewhere in the darkness, a warning siren screams too late. A town sits south of the river. A quiet town. A town that trusted dirt and walls to keep it safe. But tonight, gravity wins. The water surges forward, unstoppable, unforgiving. Devouring streets, homes, memories. And in the middle of the chaos, a family vanishes. No footprints. No calls. No time. Just a ticking clock. Because once the river breaks through, there is no rescue window. There is only survival. Or silence. This is not a story about what might happen. This is a story about what happens when seconds matter, and someone made sure there wouldn't be enough of them. Introduction. That opening nightmare belongs to South of Nowhere, a pulse-pounding thriller by Jeffery Deaver, and one of the standout entries in the Colter Shaw series. If Colter Shaw feels familiar, that's no accident. This is the character who inspired CBS's hit show Tracker, portrayed on screen by Justin Hartley. Colter Shaw isn't a cop. He isn't a PI. He's a reward seeker, a modern-day hunter who tracks missing people and solves impossible problems using survivalist logic, probability, and an almost unnerving calm under pressure. And in South of Nowhere, Deaver drops him into one of the most terrifying scenarios imaginable. A town drowning. A mystery buried underwater. And a disaster that may not be natural at all. The premise and plot setup. The story unfolds in Hinowa, a small town in Northern California, tucked dangerously close to a powerful river. When a levee fails during a violent storm, the flooding is immediate and catastrophic. Entire neighborhoods are swallowed in minutes. In the chaos, one detail stands out. A family disappears. No bodies. No confirmation. Just absence. Colter Shaw is drawn into the case as rescue teams scramble and authorities assume the worst. But Colter doesn't deal in assumptions. He deals in percentages. And something about this disaster doesn't add up. Adding another layer of urgency is Dorian Shaw, Colter's sister, a disaster response specialist already on site. Where Colter sees patterns and probabilities, Dorian understands infrastructure, emergency protocols, and the brutal math of large-scale evacuations. Together, they race against rising water, collapsing buildings, and a shrinking timeline, searching for answers in a town that may soon cease to exist. The twist of sabotage. At first, South of Nowhere feels like a masterfully rendered natural disaster thriller. But Jeffery Deaver is never satisfied with just one threat. As Colter investigates, unsettling evidence surfaces. This wasn't just weather. This wasn't just erosion. Something, or someone, attacked the river itself. What follows is a tonal shift that elevates the novel from disaster survival to full-blown conspiracy thriller. The central question snaps into focus. Was Hinowa destroyed by nature? Or was it sacrificed? Deaver carefully peels back layers without revealing too much. Every discovery raises new doubts. Every answer spawns more danger. And the scariest realization? If this was deliberate, then the flood was only the beginning. Character deep dive, Colter Shaw. What makes Colter Shaw so compelling isn't brute force or bravado. It's how he thinks. Colter approaches danger the way most people approach chess. 3 moves ahead, calculating risk, constantly reassessing odds. Throughout the novel, we're pulled into his mental process. If I go left, the survival probability drops by 12%. If I wait, the water rises another foot. If someone wanted this levee to fail, why here? This survivalist logic gives the story a unique texture. Even during action-heavy sequences, tension comes from decision-making, not just movement. His relationship with Dorian adds emotional grounding. They challenge each other. They trust each other. And in a crisis where systems fail, that trust becomes everything. Unlike many thriller heroes, Colter isn't invincible. He's just prepared. And sometimes, preparation still isn't enough. Writing style and pacing, the Jeffery Deaver signature. Jeffery Deaver is a master of the ticking clock, and South of Nowhere might be one of his most claustrophobic setups yet. The town is shrinking. The water is rising. And the plot never stops moving. Deaver excels at short chapters, rapid perspective shifts, escalating stakes layered on top of existing danger. The flooding isn't just background, it's a living antagonist. Basements fill. Roads vanish. Escape routes disappear. You feel trapped alongside the characters. And just when you think you understand the shape of the mystery, Deaver twists it. Not once. Not twice. But in ways that force you to constantly reevaluate who's in danger, and why. Final verdict: buy, borrow, or skip. If you are a fan of tracker, survival thrillers, disaster scenarios with brains behind the brawn, mysteries that turn natural fear into human horror, this is a buy. South of Nowhere delivers cinematic tension, smart character work, and a premise that feels terrifyingly plausible. Compared to the TV adaptation, the book dives deeper into Colter's internal logic and moral calculations, making it especially rewarding for readers who want more than just action. This is Jeffery Deaver doing what he does best. Taking something familiar and making it dangerous. Now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite Colter Shaw moment, from the books or tracker? Drop it in the comments. And if you love deep dives into thrillers that keep you up at night, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we're just getting started. Until next time. Stay curious. Stay sharp. And remember, some disasters aren't accidents.